How's everybody doing? This is Kyle here from KyleKraft. Welcome back. Yes, the Stronghold Transformation has turned into a series. I've decided to do it. You all seem to love the first one, so we're going to build the rest of it. I'm incredibly excited. It's turning out sweet so far. If you haven't seen that first episode, you can check that out. There's a card in the top right up there. But if you have seen it and you've been itching to build the rest of this Minecraft Stronghold, the time has come. There was a couple of things I wanted to mention before we get started. 1. Follow me on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you should be. And if you are on Twitter, follow me. Interact with me. I talk to people on Twitter all the time. My handle is on screen and it's also in the description below. Second thing I'm going to mention right now, the Stronghold Transformation is a series, right? I've heard feedback and I've been wanting to do it for a while now. I'm starting to establish a schedule. Now, don't go crazy. Don't go crazy, everyone. I'm still working on it. This week is going to be a good test to see how it comes along. But I can promise you that there will be a new episode of the Minecraft Stronghold Transformation series every Friday. Now, I can't give you a set number on how many episodes there's going to be in this series. There's many more rooms that are going to transform, so it's 4 or 5 plus. Every Friday. You'll be able to see those every Friday, so stay tuned. I'm locking up the other days, too. Don't worry. Exciting stuff. But alright, I've taken too much of your time on stuff other than transformation. It's time to do it. So let's jump into it. Here we go. Coming from the pillar room into the jail cell area. Strongholds always have these jail cells. They're a lot of fun to transform. First things first, as you're going to see in nearly every episode, we got to take out the old nasty looking blocks, fill them in with clean stone bricks. Always got to do this. This is going to be the first stage at any point in time when you're transforming the Minecraft Stronghold. Got to make it clean straight away. So that's what you're seeing on screen. You're also going to see this hallway right here. We're going to transform the jail cell and the hallways. The hallways are all about learning the style, the theme, and then just reflecting it throughout the entire build. I want to teach you that right now so you can really get to work on your Stronghold. Most of this project is going to be transforming hallways and they look sweet once you see them. So I want you to have the chance to get that done now so you're ready for specific rooms and future episodes. Now, coming back to the jail, let's start it off. We got to get rid of those nasty iron bars. You don't want that. You know, you got to get rid of all these nasty blocks again. And then we're going to put in stone slabs. We're going to put them, I actually put them the wrong way. The first time I decided I want them on this position on the lower half of the block. So go ahead and follow suit on screen. Plug them in. Those are our new jail bars. They look real sweet right away. Get rid of the iron bar archways as well. You don't need those at any point. And then we're going to put upside down stairs. Put them on the pillars, the stone brick pillars that you see. You can follow along on screen. And I decided to reflect those on both sides because I actually decided to put another jail cell in. We need another jail cell for the Stronghold. Can't have just one jail cell. We need 2. So we're reflecting on the other side. Now this I'm doing in first person. I'm going to show you this part in first person. We're going to actually reflect the jail cell. There's not a great way to do this with the replay mod in third person. And I think it might be smart to do future elements of the, transforming the Stronghold in first person so it's easier to follow. So let me know if this is easier to follow. But what I'm doing here is I'm just literally copying the room that you see on the other side and putting another one right across from it. Symmetrical, it's balanced, it's going to be the same exact thing. It's going to look cool in the end, you'll see it in a little bit, but we have to get the room right. Otherwise we mess it all up. So that's what I'm doing right here. There's not much, you can see what's going on screen. It's just stone bricks. I go back and forth, there we go right there, plugging in the door, reflecting that door across, and then I just come through here, mow down a bunch of blocks. We got to cut out a bunch of blocks right there, hyperdrive, do what you got to do. Then more stone bricks. Right away we want to just get the same style fit plugged in. At least that's what I did with this as I built it. And then we'll change up the jail cells themselves, transform them a little bit in just a moment. But yep, so more stone bricks. I'm plugging in the wall now, putting in the ceiling, and then we'll put in those stone slabs in just a moment to reflect those new jail bar, locked in bar, what do you call them? Jail bars. We'll go with that. Right here I'm putting in the stone buttons for both sides. Need them on both sides in the end. So I put that in there, put them on all the different jail cell doors. We're going to grab iron doors right here right now and plug those in as well. Running across and we can bounce out with the new stone button plugged in. And there you go. Jail cell is reflected. Now, as I mentioned, it's time for the actual room. We got stone slabs coming in. You'll see it blocks the right side of our view right away, but we're going to change it up in a moment. We're going to cut out a 3 wide gap right on the center of this jail cell, and we're going to replace it a little bit. Move it back 1, put some upside down stairs on the edges, and then we're going to put the actual beds that we use these stone slabs as right there. It just makes cool looking beds for the jail cells. You need them. So I actually ended up doing that on this side as well, and we'll do it on the far side too. You can see it on screen. Just, cut it back a little bit, get those upside down stairs, and you want to have a 1 stone block pillar in between the beds. You can see it on screen. Looks pretty fancy in the end. Looks good, but you know, not too fancy because it is jail. Now I went ahead and did that same thing on the other side. As I mentioned, they're symmetrical, they're reflected. So here you can see it again if you need another representation of it. Different angle. Cut out that center 3 blocks. Get those stone bricks back a little bit. Make it look sharp. It looks pretty cool. I actually like this angle too, looking through the jail bars. Is that what we determined they're called? I believe so. I actually put the beds on the wrong spot here. Make sure they're upside down slabs for those bottom ones. And then I put in lights. Same lights as the first episode. Glowstone dig down, then glass on top of it. I forgot to do it on the first side, so I came back, plugged it in. You can see it on screen. Glowstone, then glass on top. Looks sweet. Now, once again, first person, we got to fill in this roof. This is really critical. We got to have this line. I'm plugging in a line of stone slabs. It makes the entire hallway look about 80,000 times better straight away. Another stone slab right there. We got to replace all the nasty looking blocks that get filled in right there. It definitely looks cool. It's a critical component of the hallway. Now this is real key too. We need some lights. We don't want those random torches. So I lined up, took just a moment, then lined them up on the bars, on the pillars that we had set up. Those stone brick pillars. Had to plug them in, lined it up there. Then I put glowstone down. Followed suit, put the glass, and then I put stone slabs in the center. Now we're going to do this detail multiple times throughout this entire build, so make sure you get this, locked down. You can see it on screen. It's pretty easy to do, and we want to line it up on those pillars. Now with that, we're transitioning into the hallway. The jails are very connected with the hallways, and it's time to transition into them and get those details and themes locked up. So this is it right here. Drop 2 back, put it in those stone slabs, and upside down stone brick stairs on the top and the bottom. That's it. Again, I wanted to keep it Stronghold theme but make it look sweet. So this is what we're going with. Now you'll see on this one right here, if it gets interfered with the jail cell or any room that we have in the future, go ahead and just plug it up with stone bricks. That's alright. But you want to make sure you line up most of the walls and segments together. So you see those are lined up right there. We got a corner. I did put a glowstone at first, but we end up putting glass. It looks sweet. Love the glass, and we'll reflect that style again throughout the entire build. And now I'm cutting out this wall, and you can see it right here. This is what you're gonna do a ton once you transform this Minecraft Stronghold. Upside down stairs, stairs on the bottom, and stone slabs in the back there. It's a really sweet design, and it looks amazing once you plug it in throughout the entire build. You'll see it throughout this video. We're gonna progress through it. I'll show you how it's done. So you'll see all these different parts, plug them in, and then add those glass on the pillars in the corner. It looks sweet. It's not much now, but it's gonna look sweet in a little bit. So let's progress further. Now this is critical, alright? I mentioned this in the first episode. Minecraft strongholds are all generated differently, but you're going to get a bunch of random different generated structured junctions, different areas. You see that hole I just filled up with a random unnecessary hallway. Cover those up. You want to make it more simple. I turn this into one long hallway. It looks sweet. We plug in our theme that we had set already with the stairs and the stone slabs, put it together, lock it up, and we got the hallway all set. Already looks very sharp, and it's not confusing. You gotta get that theme locked down and then just follow suit throughout the entire stronghold. Look, there's some random pillars over here that I just cut out. They're unnecessary, they're confusing. Cut them out. Make the stronghold simple. That makes it more livable in the future, and it's just much better. Now here you go. Just continuing on with the build. Stone brick stairs and stone slabs. Just fill them in. Now throughout the hallways, we need lights. So we're going to do that same light pattern we just did a moment ago in the jail cell area. You can see it up there in the top right. Glowstone, glass, and stone slabs. It's perfect. We'll do it throughout the entire build. And I actually mean the entire build. The key to this project is consistency. Every time you see those pillars that we've created with the glass in the middle, put those lights across. You want to match them up. I'll show you more examples of this later in the video. So here we go. Again, add in that light down at the end. Put those glass at the corners. It looks sweet, doesn't it? Don't you like how it looks? I really do. Hopefully you do too. If you didn't fall in love with this project in the first episode, hopefully you have now. Now I'm breaking up this long tunnel, and you should too. Add in those pillars right in the center of the hall, then add in the light. Looks a lot better. Looks beautiful. Look at it. And then we also got to add that stone slab up top. It's critical. It looks amazing. Look at this hallway. This is going to be the entire stronghold looking like this. It's sweet. Now you'll move forward, you'll continue down these halls, and you'll just repeat the same process. That design that we just went over, you just want to do that throughout the entire stronghold. It always starts with cleaning out those nasty blocks. Every time. Part of the process. Alright, now here we go. How cool does this look? One thing about the replay mod is we can get this shot right here. This is going to be the part of the video where I really discuss the organization of this stronghold. The organization might be the most important part of the project. Look, let's freeze it. Look at this stronghold right here right now that was generated. It's terrible. It's a mess. Look at all these random separate areas. We got a random segment up there. We got to go down over here just to loop back over here. Empty into that room. Then we got to loop around just to get to that other area. It's just a huge tangled mess. We're going to fix that. That's what I'm doing right now. So watch. First things first, you know, I'm clearing out blocks. I'm transitioning. I'm switching them up to the clean blocks. But then I plug in this wall. Block it off. Completely block off that area. Then I'm going to cut out this segment and make this all one long straightaway tunnel. This is very critical. I know I said that a lot, but it's important. I plugged up that door, locked out that unnecessary area. Then I just kind of reposition and make everything fit in. So I added in another wall up top up there just to completely get rid of that section right there in the middle. It's unnecessary. We don't need it. Then I started to design a doorway. And then I cut out this full area right here, turned it into one straightaway, beautiful looking segment. We locked it up. We made a clean straightaway segment. That's what you need. You don't want all these random tangents. You want to keep it organized like this. So I messed around with that entrance up there a little bit. We'll get to that room in a future episode. Plugged in the wall, made it look clean. Transition more blocks out. You'll see all the messy blocks. We always got to take care of that. That's always a big process of this project. You know, you just got to do that. It's always those messy blocks. You'll see me on the roof. It looks kind of cool though. This is what it looks like at this shot, us removing all those blocks and adding in the clean blocks. I think it looks pretty cool. What do you think? Yes? No? Maybe? Either way. So now I'm cutting out this wall I just added just to add in our design. That wall design that we're going to use throughout the entire thing. Locking it up, looking fresh. Putting in a light on that pillar segment, following the process, following the theme, following the design. Then you'll see I completely plugged up that wall and look how clean it looks now. Look at how clean that looks. Hold up. Look, just a moment ago, this is what it looked like. A disaster, a mess. Now we're back here, it's clean, it's organized, it's livable. The goal is to be able to live in this stronghold as a practical survival base. That's what I'm hoping to do for you with this video. You must build some organization in the stronghold if you want to make it not a maze and actually a base. So you'll see now, continuing on, following our patterns, adding in the lights, adding in our walls. That's what I'll do for the rest of this area right here. It's just follow suit, continue on with the process. I don't know how many times I've said that this video, but probably too many. It's really what it's all about though. And it'll look awesome in the end. We'll cut to it in just a minute. But yep, even on the corners, we have this little tangent right here that I'm not too worried about. You know, this is okay. This is just a little separate walkway room. That's not a big deal. It's not interfering with the overall general structured path. It's just a little offshoot that we can leave in to keep that stronghold feel. It's tough. It's tough to balance that managing and keeping the stronghold organized, but also keeping the original stronghold idea in mind. If you follow what I do in this video, you'll get it right. You'll get a sweet looking project in the end. But yep, just adding in what's necessary. We'll get to those future segments down the line, again, in future episodes. It'll be sweet. And now I'm just adding in those stone slabs on the roof. That's what it looks like. Looks pretty cool, right? Putting in the necessary areas and getting it filled out. I love it. And look, we got it organized so those pillars match up and so we can put in the lights in the right place. And boom. Look at it. That's that segment we were just looking at. Look at how cool it looks now. And it's not even done. This is important, and I mentioned I would get back to it earlier in the video. Right here, we're going to add in a pillar on this long wall, just so we can link up these pillars and put a light section right in between them. We want to keep that consistent throughout the entire design, so I thought I'd show you it right there. Add those pillars and make sure they're lined up. You can see that continues right here. That entrance I created with the stone slab doesn't line up with that pillar. So I switch it up. I add in that pillar as it should be. Cut it out and we'll change up that entrance in the future. Regardless of what you're building in Minecraft, it's got to make structural sense. You want pillars and bases and everything to line up. So make sure you do that. Now, just add in those stone slabs on the roof, looking good. Very critical to the hallway. You'll see you need that extra bit of depth up top. It looks sweet, and then I also did a larger segment of it up top on this square area. Look at it, looking sharp. Boom, looking good. Now, just jumping back. Look, I didn't do this right in the beginning. Now that we learn, now that we know what we're doing, we got to add that pillar in. Add the light across, make this stronghold look concise, clean, and beautiful. Now look, I actually messed this up. Look, I did the light, but I didn't add the pillar, alright? So make sure you add that pillar. Look at it. Oh my gosh, it's bland. It doesn't work. You gotta have that segment lined up. Look, I actually did put this pillar in. I guess I did it a little bit later in the replay capture, but look, it's important. Gotta keep it lined up. Follow the design, and it can look amazing. Look at this place. Amazing. Look, this is your survival base now. There's segments right here that I'll clean up down the line. But this is that area we were walking through. Look at how cool it looks. If it's consistent all the way around, the lights in the right place, the pillars locked in, the glass, all the design coming together, it just looks good. Again, that was the goal of my transformation. When you look at this, you know it's a stronghold. But it now looks beautiful. That was my intentions. Hopefully you like how the build is turning out and how this video turned out. I'm excited that this is a series. I'm looking forward to doing the rest of the episodes. What do we think though? Looks sharp, right? I really love how the design looks. I mean, look at that. That's Stronghold. But it's not Stronghold because you know what it looked like before? This is what it looked like before. Look, this is the same exact map, same exact world, same location that we're looking down. It looks terrible. Instead, now it looks good. It's livable, it's beautiful, survival base friendly. The Minecraft Stronghold has just become amazing. That was the goal. Hopefully you like how it turned out and you're looking forward to future episodes. Remember, every single Friday from here on out, I'm doing a Minecraft transformation of the Stronghold, and once we finish that, you know, maybe future ones down the line. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of the build. You know I love hearing feedback. I want to know this. It looks good to me. Hopefully it looks good to you too. But that's it for this one. Thanks for coming.